Hello maths fans! We're going to go through a short video on solving equations. It is a really important topic in maths. It will come up in year 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If you get this right, then so many topics are easier. So really important that you give this one a good go. We'll start off with a basic solving equation. Now this is a two-step solving equation because we have to do a couple of things. I've got 5 lots of x, and x, we don't know what it is yet. We want to find it out. So 5 lots of x, then I take away 7, and the answer is 28. Now there's lots of ways to do this. Please don't rush and please follow this method, because this method will work for even the hardest question. So what I'm going to do is I want to get just x's on one side of my equation and just numbers on the other side. At the moment, this side of the equals, so if we look at this as the left side, has letters and numbers. We want just letters. So I'm going to get rid of a minus 7. Now how do I get rid of a minus 7? I add 7, because minus 7 plus 7 is 0. So I'm going to add 7 to this side. Now whenever we deal with equations, we want them balanced. We've got two sides, and whatever I do to this side, I've got to do the same to the other side. So it's still balanced. So add 7 here, I've got to add 7 to the other side of the equals. The equals is in the middle, that's like the sort of pivot point. And so I add 7 to this side, minus 7 plus 7 is 0. I don't add any x's. The x is unknown, they're separate from the numbers. So when I'm doing something with numbers, leave the x's alone. When you're doing something with x's, leave the numbers alone. So 5x minus 7, I added 7 to cancel that out. Basically what I was doing was I was saying get rid of that. And that's what happened. This side just 5x. Over here, 28 adds 7, numbers add numbers, no problem. And I get 35. Now you can see this has already got a bit easier because I got rid of one of the numbers. So if 5 lots of something equals 35, then 5 times something is 35. Well, let's work backwards. Let's do the opposite of times 5. Let's divide by 5. Whenever I get to just x's on one side, numbers on the other, my final step, divide by the coefficient of x. Divide by the number in front of x, called the coefficient. So when I divide by 5, I get just x here, and 35 divided by 5, I've made a mistake. 35 divided by 5 is 7. And there is my final answer. Okay, next one, on to section B. So here we have unknowns on both sides. This is a little bit trickier, but some of the techniques still the same. We still want to try and get all the x's on one side, or the numbers on the other. Well, this is the side that has numbers and letters. This side just letters. So I'm going to try and get all the letters onto one side. All the x's on one side. The way I'm going to do that, my first step, I'm going to take away this x from this side so that it's just numbers. And if I take away x from this side, keep it balanced, take x from this side. Well, 3x, take away an x, 3x's minus 1x is 2x. On the other side, we have 20 plus x. We took away the x, so kind of what I did was I just cancelled out that x. And I didn't take away any numbers. Letters and numbers separate. Now, 2x equals 20. My final step, as I said, divide by the number in front of x. 2 times something is 20. Well, 20 divided by 2 is 10. And there we go. Right, I would suggest you have a go at section A and section B now. If you've got the worksheet there and you're following this, then go and have a go at section A and section B, because section C is another step up, even harder. Okay, I'm going to move on to section C now. I suggest you pause the video if you haven't had a go at section A and B. And here we go, on to section C. So now we've got letters and numbers on this side, letters and numbers on this side. We've added a bit more complexity. I'm going to give you a rule here. There's lots of ways to solve this, but this rule helps me just get started. I find it's a good way to start. So my rule is start by taking away the smallest letters. Now what do I mean by that? Well, there's so many things I could do here. I could take away 5x, I could add 3, I could take away 2x, I could take away 12. I'm going to put a rule in place so I don't have to guess. I'm going to start by taking away the smallest letters. Well, in this case that's x. So the smallest x's, well this is 5x, and this is 2x, so that's my smallest letters. That's why I'm choosing this one to take away first, because it's the smallest letters, x's. So when I take away 2x from both sides, got to be very careful here. 5x minus 2x is going to give me 3x. The numbers, I didn't take away numbers, I took away letters. I took away x's, not numbers. So minus 3 stays minus 3. 5x minus 2x, 3x. Over here, I'm going to take away the 2x, not taking anything away from the 12, and we get just 12. Okay? Right, now we've got something looking a lot like our section A examples. So we're going to finish this the same. I've got letters and numbers on this side, numbers over here. I want to get all the numbers on one side, so my step 2 is going to be, let's move my head out of the way. So my step 2 is going to be next get the numbers on the other side from the letters. So we're saying letters is over here, get the numbers over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the minus 3 by adding 3. So when I add 3, I'm not adding any x's. I've still got 3 x's. But minus 3 plus 3 cancels out. It's gone. 12 plus 3, that's numbers plus numbers, that's okay. I get 15. And you can see this is easier. Look where we started, look where we are now, much simpler. So if 3x equals 15, 3 times something is 15, let's divide by 3 and we get x equals 5. Alright, hope that's been useful. Give it a go, see how you get on, and thanks for watching.